Hello, everyone. Welcome through to the Larp Chat. I have Dave with me, who plays Untitled Yarm,
Yeah,
Yarm,
yeah.
Yarm. So I have got probably around 100 questions that I've got written down, have been posted on Facebook, have been sent through to me by Messenger and stuff like that as well. There's loads here. There's absolutely loads here. I want to do a couple of things just like to open up about you, Dave, and then move on to the orcs and just get a bit of back and forth and stuff like that.
Express elevator to hell, going down.
That is my notification thing to say that someone has followed me. It's really fucking loud, and I did not realise that. Okay, so I'll leave it. Okay, face like mashed potato. So I'm guessing that's someone you'll know. The Orc on the Golden Hill.
That is Frostbear's noted. Cheers.
So, first question, why do you LARP?
Boredom is the quick answer. I'm doing it for number express elevator.
Right, I'm turning that shit off.
Down.
I'm turning that shit right off.
Yeah, I used to read that, so we used to do. Express elevator to hell, going down.
Right, remove that. Get rid of the alert.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice, nice.
Fuck me.
Yeah, so did the reenactment, like I said, and basically a mate came up and said, do you want to try LARP? And the traditional thing for reenactors is to look down a little bit on LARPers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's obviously that little bit like they're nerds, you don't want to do that. Basically through not very much convincing.
Oh, hold
a friend
on.
of mine went down. What's going on?
Cannot see or hear.
Can I see or hear? Last Yargle.
Yeah. So I'm just messaging someone to say, can you hear anything at all?
Oh, it's only Matt, and don't worry about him.
Matt Dawes.
Yeah.
Right, Dave's super quiet. Let's
Alright, super quiet.
turn that up a bit.
Can't hear me, Dave. Like, test.
Okay.
Testes, 1, 2.
Testes.
Dave done it well.
Right. Let's see if that does anything.
Alright. Can you hear me now?
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, I've turned.
Yeah.
Alright, I've turned it all up. One hell of a deep well. Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit of echo.
A little bit of echo, right?
Yeah, I've turned him up.
Right.
Let's see.
So is that better for you now? Can you hear me a bit better now?
There we go. Not right now, but okay. My other half has just said, seems alright, might be our internet.
There we go, people come through saying it's cushy.
There we go, cool, good stuff.
Right.
Boredom.
Boredom, yes. Boredom and then reenactment. So, a couple of mates just basically said, come and give it a go. If you don't like it, don't come back. So, went to Wintermark with basically my normal stuff, which is, it's something as simple as anything else. It's just a pair of linen trousers, chainmail shirt, little nasal helmet, and a tunic. And saw the Canvas City pop up in front of me. Came down the Thursday.
Yeah.
Saw everything pop up. Saw everybody getting into character on the Friday and all the rest of it. I thought, you know what, this is all right. I think I'm going to keep coming to this. Many moves ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as simple as that. Just
nice.
I thought, actually, this is brilliant. Why did I have all these misconceptions about a load of nerds in the field? These are my nerds. These are my people. I need to continue this.
Yeah. Okay, so start off with so what made you then turn around and go, I need to be an orc?
A couple of nations after that. Spent 2 years in Wintermark, back when Yarn Raptors were still a thing and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
doing that, just being basic Biffy McBiff number 362. So I was just there to fight people.
Yeah.
And got a taste of plot and game and development through the Iron Raptors.
Yeah.
And once the character died, I met a load of Varushkins through the Iron Raptors. I was like, all right, let's break away from my friendship group, meet some new people.
Yeah.
And spent a couple of years in Varushka. And then basically the progression from wealthy Varushkin mine owner to Imperial Hawk, the two polar opposites, is basically being bullied over Discord into joining. A couple of the orcs figured out that they liked me and bullied me into joining the orcs in the nicest possible way.
Nice.
And the rest is history, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no comment from Matt. Yeah, because the orcs have this, I suppose, bravado that they give off, and it's very much fuck off, isn't it? That's the sort of way that they come across to a lot of people there. I know of people who have gone to the orcs in the evening and they've been told they've basically just been sent away. So yeah, it's quite good to. I mean, I spent a lot of time with the gate renders. Well, I used to spend a lot of time with the gate renders, but I believe they all got killed at one point and then rolled back in again. So, and obviously, I think the thing that the people hear mainly from the orcs is the drum. Always the fucking drum.
And there's always the Terminator thing, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Always. Never not. So
no, we've got some brilliant drums in the orcs. So we've got he's in the Untitled now. He used to be a gate render.
Yeah.
I won't mention real names on there just in case, but
yeah,
he's cracking. He does like drum workshops with people and all the rest of it. Make sure everybody's happy and having fun playing drums. So when the pit's going and all the rest of it, everybody's shouting and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
That backdrop of drums, it creates an immediate atmosphere. So everybody's just there in the moment, enjoying these, very, something that hits you deep inside. All these war drums going off, everybody close, shoulder to shoulder, pressed up against each other and fighting in the pit. It's wonderful.
Yeah, because I think because I've been playing Empire since the beginning, so I've experienced a fair bit of growth from the orcs, and it's been great to see, because they've gone from being like 10 people back in their little conclave to being what you see now, and it's been really nice to see. I used to enjoy walking away from my unit when I'm fighting and just following the orcs around, because you'd always know you're getting a good fight, and the comedy, like provoking, and I remember I don't know his character name, but Paul, we're don't call us conclave, make me with Paul, and he just started singing at the enemy, and then you got this entire row of orcs, just singing at the enemy, trying to provoke them, and it was just like, yeah, that was great. With an outside view, I'd like to hear your opinion on how the orc camp has developed from an outside view as a non-orc player. You got more people. It's the big one, I think. Bit of an echo. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get rid of the echo. The camp is a thing rather than a nation. The set dressing you've got is fantastic, but I think that's a big thing for the Empire overall. But it's like all the orcs who have got together, and you've been with a fighting pit with your entire look. It's incredible. It really is incredible to see. So yeah, so kudos there for the conclave of orcs. So right, back on to Dave. Let's go for the next one. So I've got a simple question here.
Right.
Masks.
Masks.
Yeah, tell us about them. They're amazing to look at. They are fantastic to look at. But
the reality of wearing that thing on your head for 14 hours a day, I guess you're after, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. I think everyone watching is.
It's the most important bit of your kit. I mean, everybody talks about Orc kit standards, etc., etc. Orc kit is no different to everybody else's kit. Highest thematic, we put war skirts and raggedy bits, which makes it look visually stunning. But the mask on top of it all is the cherry on top of the cake, isn't it? It
Yeah.
makes you look a bit inhuman, changes the shape of your face, and makes you look alien, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But wearing it on a hot day, it is shit. There's no way to butter it up. It will come off your face smelling unique. It needs to be looked after and cared for, and it's a pain.
Yeah.
Your peripheral vision is non-existent.
No.
For a lot of the better ones, your top lip is covered as well. Yeah, it's depending on which brand you go for and who you're going, what you're trying to portray as your character, whether it be, like a grim-faced first legionnaire, who's seen everything twice, as part of the 4.5 people that got out of Vrishka during the slave rebellion, and they weren't sure about that half a person either.
Yeah.
Or, you're looking for like a battle-weary, scarred second legionnaire look or a dodgy reaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Baldy the Grandad says, it's a head condom. It is a latex condom you slip over your head every day.
Yeah.
And it's an experience.
Yeah. And you did say 4.5.
Yeah, it's just an in-joke.
Yeah, cool.
But
appreciate that.
Yeah, the other thing about the mask is it is the best role-playing tool that you can possibly have, in my opinion, in Empire. Because no one knows who you are underneath that mask.
No
one knows what your real face looks like. You're largely expressionless, apart from your hands, your mouth, and things like that. So it gives you a very blank look. So if you even have a slightly comedic conversation with somebody, you have a joke with someone else, you've got a blank look coming back at them, so it makes people, your normal person on edge, because, how can you read someone when their eyebrows aren't going up or down, you can't see them smile, you can't see, the creases in the corner of somebody's eyes when they're happy or whatever else. It's, you're talking to a statue, almost, but a very angry statue.
Yeah. No, they are really, really good. But I mean, you know when they're laughing. You can see when you're laughing, because that's more of a mouth thing. There was a guy that me and Grim we went off our tits on drugs at this point, the in-character drugs, I would say. We were in the marches, and this guy was coming around with a box, and it had all this wonderful alcohol in it, and he was just selling shots of it. I think it was a chili mead in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous, but he did a lot of laughing. Really big guy, really jovial. Yeah, very, very funny to be around. So, best poker faces yet. And Valentine Yeaty, a lot of us are prettier with the masks too. See, that I do believe. I have seen some of you without the masks. I don't want to go back there. So, yeah. I mean, you've got to be cruel to be kind. So, why, when it comes to the Orc camp and things like that, and people try to get in that, why do people? So, for people who are, because I've posted all this into the new players bit as well, so we'll have some new players watching who would have never been to the Orcs and might want to visit. Why do they need a friend with them, and why do they have to be armed?
I won't answer either of those things. That's for the field. The sole reason we stop people at the gate. If I give this explanation, hopefully all these new players will sort of get something in their heads. So they can
fair. That's fair.
The sole reason we stop people at the gate is to try and get roleplay. So that's it. We want to engage in a bit of roleplay, have a little bit of back and forth with somebody. Why are you here? What are you doing? So to break it down, if you read the Orc brief, we're not the least paranoid nation. We are quite wary about who we're going to let basically into our home while we're in Amber. So we want to know who they're doing. Are they trusted? So are they trusted to have someone around them? Are they trusted to, openly carry a weapon? Yeah. Are they trustworthy people that we're going to let? Are we going to be letting in someone who's going to perform hostile reconnaissance, to use a big term for a small word? They're going to spy on us, basically. They're going to start marking down where our wealth is. They're going to start marking down where orcs are. Yeah. Can we trust them to come in and trade with us? Can we trust them to come in and play dice with us, talk with us, whatever else? It's just to engage in a little bit of role play, bit of back and forth for everybody.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
It's not for everybody. Let's say, for instance, again, no names, no mentions. We've got somebody who comes in with a small dog that, so it's an age dog. Yeah. It's just an immediate, welcome, come on in. And kids as well, little heroes coming in free. So if it's a kid, coming in, and all the orcs will immediately surround them and start saying, right, what do you want to know? What do you want to know about us? As a people, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's.
We want to try and engage in a bit of roleplay.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Cause I think I did it once when I was playing my old character when I was the Navari general, and I walked in with my adjutant, and we were immediately surrounded, and we just ended up having a massive argument. They were having there was Navar racism, and then it became Orc racism, and then everyone was racist against Wintermark, and then it all became everyone was racist against the Orcs and Navar again, and then it became a little bit of a fight, and we left, and that was it. I still don't even remember what kicked it off, but it was great. It was really really good. So. But yeah, I love that whole thing from the Orcs, and I know a lot of people do. And I know a lot of people are very standoffish because it's. Some people don't like the intimidation of it all. Me, I love it. It's really good. I mean, especially with the role play side of it all, as you say. So that's fantastic. Moonchild Majora, tell the fists story.
Tell the fists story. That is somebody who. When asked, "Are you armed?" held up both their hands and said, "Yeah, I am armed," with two clenched fists. Pretty much got a lot of laughs and just waved into camp like, nice one, and you can't make it.
Yeah, I like that. You got to take balls to do that one, that's for sure. Yeah, we clapped and let them in. That's really good. That's really, really good. Okay, so when someone's making an Orc character up and they have an idea of where they want to be and stuff like that, what's the background behind that? What's the best way, sort of thing, for them to come in with to then join? Because you're all part of different legions, aren't you?
Yeah, so there's two main legions and Reavers, and recently a couple of homesteaders. You've got the first and second legion. And I'll describe it in the way that the player behind Bloodcrow Yarble describes it, because it's the best description, a bridge that you can get, is the second legion are soldiers, and the first legion are warriors. So you go for that aesthetic with either one of them, if that makes sense, kind of.
Yes, yeah, it does, yeah.
But the best way to join the Orcs is to just talk. Get on the Orcs forum on Facebook, say, I'd like to join you guys. I've got an idea of what bands I'd like. Here are, for example, my top 3. You guys recruiting at the moment, etc., etc. And then people from those bands will come and say, yeah, great, no worries. And this is our brief. This is what we look like. So you'll be able to identify a Bloodcrow immediately by, the Bloodcrow leathers that they wear.
Yeah.
So a very distinctive shade of leather over chainmail and all the rest of it. So, they've got a very striking visual look. A frost bear looks like a humongous Inuit.
Yeah.
And the Irontide will have an iconic Irontide coat on with a grey tunic, red wraps, and with the predominant colours being red and grey, so that we're easily identified as this. So it's the uniform without being uniform.
Yeah.
Then the Gate Renders, like you've roleplayed with the Gate Renders, they're covered head to toe almost in purple, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
So you have a chat with these people because they've got each one of them will have like a go-to maker almost. So. If I want an Irontide coat made, I know very well that, again, no real names, but I'll go to the Genghis mum and say, like, make me a new Irontide coat. And she'll grumble about it and make me a lovely new Irontide coat.
So I was just looking into chat, Senpai noticed me. So, right, okay, because I've been looking through a load of the questions that we had on Facebook that you've had, and there's a lot of them that you've already gone through. So what's your favourite bit of kit?
My favourite personal kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's two things. The Irontide coat, just immediately, because it's the nicest thing ever, and it's completely waterproof and made out of a recycled sofa, so it weighs a ton, but it's everything. It's visually it's who I am as an Irontide, so when I'm wearing that coat, everybody knows that I am an Irontide. I'm part of the Second Legion. They don't know for that much, and I'm an Irontide Orc.
Yeah.
And it's also got 2 humongous pockets in it, which can hold 8 cans of beer, which is very handy.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That sounds useful. Okay, what's the?
Yeah, it's very useful.
Very. What's the second?
Is the knife that I keep over the I'm front facing on my Warscat. It's a dark blade one with an irregular props knife in it. that I got through sheer luck. So the guy that runs, not Dark Blade, sorry, Battle Ready. The guy that runs Battle Ready got one made for himself with a Darren Stocker knife in it. Yeah, there you go, you can see it in that picture there actually.
Yes.
And it was going to be for himself, but I picked it up and said, "Oh, how much for this one?" And he sold it me, and then realised the mistake he'd made, but stuck to it.
Ah.
So yeah, I like that just because it's cool. It's got it's got rabbit fur tassels on it. It looks rough and ready, as you'd expect from Imperial or something that's lasted a couple of lifetimes handed down from people.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's never dry and angry because that's a knife. That's for chopping me vegetables. My dagger is kept on my side, and it's a very small, icy, sharp thing. Whereas this is, that's for chopping woods, cutting vegetables, and just doing camp work with.
Yeah, that's really.
It's the size of most people's arms. It's coincidental, but
I fight with something similar. So so that's really cool. Okay, so so what piece of advice would you give to someone who was first starting off as an orc?
Take your time with it. Time is the greatest currency that you can spend. Money is secondary. You don't give yourself any less than basically the long dark. But you can get all your stuff off the shelf. Let's say you go completely off the shelf. You don't go to local makers. You go to Burger Schneider or whatever else and get things. Nice pair of trousers and one tunic.
Yeah.
Great. You've got bits and bobs. But do those bits and bobs look orky? Do they need to be ragged around the edges? Do they need to be raked with a wire brush? Do your trousers, do you need wraps for them, etc., etc.? Are they the right colour scheme? Do you need to dye them?
Yeah.
I mean, the war skirt is something. So I'd go to a local maker for a war skirt. I wouldn't bother with anything off the shelf. I'd have a chat with the player behind Blood Pro Gargle. He's recently made me a war skirt, and it's a work of art.
Yeah.
So go talk to the orcs, basically, is the best bit of advice I can give you. Talk to the orcs, and you'll get inundated with good advice. It might not be the advice you want, but it's the right advice.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Always ask. There's no wrong question. There's not a bad question in this. It was.
The reality of things is that if you want to go to Wintermark, you have a chat with a couple of Wintermarkers, get your brief down. If you want to take on the challenge of wearing this stuff for a very long time, it's all layers, it's all very heavy with a mask on top. You talk to the people that have to go through that because they'll tell you the realities behind it rather than what a seller will tell you. Yeah.
So, out of curiosity, then, when you've got all of this stuff on, so like E4 just gone, really hot.
Yeah.
You got all your kit on. You got your mask on and stuff like that. How much weight do you lose at that event? That sort of event?
Normally drop a dress size.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I mean, I've got the nickname Untitled Old Spice because I have to shower every day, otherwise I get grumpy. Some of them don't, and the Untitled sleep community, we sleep in barracks. So it's shoulder to shoulder with 10 Iron Tights in the back of the tent.
Oof.
And it gets pretty fruity. Yeah, it's a unique smell.
Yeah, there's no spoon in there.
No.
Okay, so I've got a question. Sammy Killsby. So, top 6 characters to fight alongside you in battle.
That's Ashbourne Bull from the Orcs planet. Top 6 characters.
Yeah.
Just for how brutal he is on the battlefield, it'd be Ironside Theo, Ironside Madrak, because our character is blacksmith and he's got ridiculously long monkey arms. Tonks, because she knows pretty much every spell there is to know and can keep anybody up and fighting.
Yeah.
Frostbear Zerk, because visually it's a 6'3" monster in and all the rest of it to make him look even bigger than he already is. And we joke about, obviously doing the general stuff, we joke about him being the distraction card effects. Because what I like to do is go find big points and lines and just go stand there for a bit. And to see the monsters reinforce that line just because he's there.
Yeah, I've seen people like that.
Stag, Iron-Tide Stag because he's a monster. And Flax because she is my healer. She's my bone setter. So, she's healed me more times than anybody else.
Yeah. Nice. Good answer.
Bull as well as a 7th.
Yeah. Okay. So, You got Luke Jones. Has well, you pretty much answered that already. What do you think about when deciding on kit for characters?
On kit for characters, so Luke Jones is the guy who plays Untitled Chapter.
Yeah.
Kit for characters is firstly, will it fit? You know, when you've been playing an orc for a good couple of years now, so
yeah,
it's players have died, or characters have died, etc., etc. So it's the kit is filling up with mementos because an orc at core is kleptomaniac, so it's been taking bits and bobs, items of worth off of people.
Yeah.
At the moment, is will it fit and do I have a purpose fit? So I think the most recent thing I bought for my character, kit-wise, was a cigarette pouch from the Armchair Armoured.
Yeah.
So I can carry my cigarettes.
Okay, so got a question for you in chat. Wolven Cry, are half orcs a thing? I don't believe they're not, are they? So
no, they're not.
No, it's just full orc or nothing.
Full orc or nothing. Aye.
Yeah, pretty much. So Matilda Davies, pet peeves and iconic moments.
Pet peeves and iconic moments. Because the pet peeve is players coming up to you wanting a fight because you're an orc.
Really?
I presume, yeah, constantly. It's annoying. Like once or twice is fine, but when you're counting it into the hundreds now,
good.
It gets a little bit old.
Okay,
so
bear that in mind.
The typical thing to draw from that was, let's say you've got someone doing their test of metal for Dawn.
Yeah.
And they go, I want a pit fight. And now I want to learn how the orcs fight. I want to see you all fight.
Yeah.
I see, at least my IC answer, other players will do what they want to do. Obviously a pit fight will jump on the giants. But from my perspective, I see it's like, why the fuck do you want to know how we fight? Why don't you come and see how we live?
So that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Really good answer. I'm a bit. I've had. The test of metals. You hear about Dornish going off and annoying every nation with it all. I'm not a fan of Dawn or Highguard for that matter. But yeah, you hear about them going up to a lot of people and saying, "I need to fight this or I need to fight that," and all of this sorts of things. So yeah, I suppose with the orcs doing it, I can see that bit of thing. So how many people have you beaten in a pit fight then?
How many people have I beaten in a pit fight? I'm on contender to be the worst pit fighter in the nation at the moment, I think. I've stood my ground against the current champion, Ashbourne Bull. I've stood my ground against him. I got a righteous hammering at the end of it. I think I got elbow drops and then stamped on a couple of times.
Nice.
But in character, hugely proud that I stood my ground against, pit fighting champion and, walked away from the experience of the proud that I never fought functioning limbs.
Well, you got, go on.
Yeah, I've won a couple, but I've lost far more than I've won.
I think you need to get a bit closer to the mic again, mate. I think
Can you hear me right now?
There we go. There's just some people in. Because I cannot hear them if I don't have the questioner shouting in my ears. I think I need to move further away from the mic. There we go. So hopefully that works a bit better. Matt is offended that his tobacco pouch wasn't good enough.
You have to go to the AA for another one. Well, Matt's tobacco pouch is beautiful. There's a story behind that one. I'm the only second legionnaire, to my knowledge, with a tobacco pouch made out of blood crow leather. So that's... But it is a functional tobacco pouch, so it stays in my pocket.
Yeah, that's fair. Humans and orcs cannot reproduce. Well, who's tried? According to my character's family is in the 2 feet of the Navarre, and Justin Talsma wrote a song called The Nine. I don't know if you've heard it.
I've heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Navarre going. Yeah, and he it says that he bedded an orc, and after she was done, he couldn't walk. So there probably has been people who have tried.
No, it's constant. Yeah, you get the role play with it as well. There's a lass in the Basque Coast who loves to troll me because she knows that I just spit on the floor and say it's disgusting. But, a particular orc comes and uses her for services because she plays that kind of character in the Basque Coast. Much to my disgust.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So my character is determined to propose to as many people and get as many rejections as possible. I've proposed to one female orc, and I got a rejection, and it was a backhand. It was awesome. It was one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in game. It was. She didn't actually hit me, but yeah, she just made the mark to. But it was so good, really, really good. So disgusted by a human. It's fantastic. So a relevant question from Matt again. What do you think about pit fights, and do you enjoy them?
I love them, and I love it, and I enjoy them as well. I was nervous when I did my big one with Big Bull, but Sammy's made of awesome and taught me through everything. But yeah, visually it's important, isn't it? There's two sides to it, because in character, it's the big thing that we guilt a load of humans with. Like, we used to be slaves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of awkward when you're having a pit fight and you've got most of the audience are humans coming to see the spectacle.
Yeah.
Because I see in the back of your head, an orc at its core is a violent, paranoid schizophrenic. So, you've got all these ancestors in the back of your head saying, you're not a spectacle, you're not a spectacle. These people are using you for entertainment again.
No.
On the flip side is, out of character, we're providing loads and loads and loads of people with something visually stunning to look at, which is amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
So we should carry on. Yeah.
Kit has asked, have there been any OC issues associated with the fighting pit, regards like the Senate Knife Fight Club that happened?
The way it's run at the moment, no. Sammy Bull runs it perfectly. So something that a lot of people probably don't know, and it's good to talk about, is on Thursday.
Yep.
And some point into Friday as well. Sammy runs safety sessions, safety talks, training, rehearsals, everything. So everything's practice, and then practiced again, so that there's no out of character issues. I imagine, it'd be silly to say there won't be any out of character injuries. It's play fighting at the end of it, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So there's going to be people who accidentally bump their heads or land a bit funny on their hand or whatever else. But that's the same with any battlefield. You do your strike down on the battlefield, you land on your knee, you're going to get sawn in.
Yeah,
same as that, but nothing serious. No.
No, that's good. That's good, because at the end of the day, LARP is a full contact hobby. I guess at the end of the day, you're getting hit by stuff, and the amount of injuries that you can see or hear about in the field are when people aren't checking themselves and stuff. Yeah, it is all there, but I'm yet to see a pit fight. I have to admit, I'm yet to see it, and you do hear a lot of people talking about it, and it does sound very WWE, which is interesting.
Yeah, yes and no with it. Yeah, I think we're trying to steer away from the WWE thing and turn it into the spiritual thing that it is. The pit is our church. This is where we go to hear our ancestors, and an orc will hear their ancestors most clearly when their blood's up. Basically, where they're either in heated debate.
Yeah.
Or standing toe to toe with the oak and beating the snot out of them, whatever else. That's when you're going to hear your ancestors. So a pit is where you go beat the snot out of each other and get your blood up so you can hear your ancestors, and go talk to a shaman afterwards and try and make sense of what you've heard. Yeah,
that's awesome. I've got Neil Magpie's asked me, do I do frequent? I do LARP chats. I'm doing them every week now, and I've had enough people approach me to do them, so I've got them going until the middle of February. So that's good. But thankfully, there's a lot of people who are into LARP and stuff like that, so it keeps it going, which is really, really good. In which case, fuck me. Thank you so much, mate. That's awesome. Thank you.
Showing off with this Twitch Prime thinking he's better than the rest of us.
Funny enough, the Twitch Prime is, if you've got Amazon Prime, then you subscribe for free. Essentially, you use that on me, and then it all comes for free for you. So,
roger that.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. So thanks very much for that. So I had a question down here, but it was one that I've asked about it in character, and pretty much, but it's dollars. It's about 30p. It's one that's I've asked about it in character because I found it fascinating, but I never. Yeah, there we go. So, Ready B. When it comes to the ancestors, seeing that you always hear them during heated moments, could it actually be a psychological thing associated with adrenaline compared to anything spiritual? Virtues guide us.
There we go. Now there's a loaded question. Is it with the virtues guide us at the end of it?
Virtue guides us, rather, I should say.
Virtue guides us. Right. Oh, it's a big debate I see on the whole virtues versus ancestors. So, imperial ancestors. We've got two that you can. Yeah, we've got two that are crossed. Where again we'll leave that for the field. No, not very many. It's the impossible task. It's the ultimate goal for every imperial orc. Almost a duty to become an imperial ancestor to help other orcs across the abyss.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't go through the labyrinth like you. We've got one life, whereas a human has many.
Yes.
But virtue. So let's say a druge crosses the abyss, and many druge have.
Yeah.
But did they do it out of virtue? Doubtful. Very doubtful.
Very doubtful. Yeah.
Alright, same with the Grendel. But did a Jotun cross through being courageous? Did they cross from being ambitious or whatever else? Again, it's a good debate. If you want to have that debate in character, come talk to some of the preachers, and they'll talk your ear off about it. They'll love you for asking the question.
Yeah, I did. I had to leave because I was drunk by the end of it. It was, it went on to talk about other things, but I think my main question was about the Abyss and comparing the Abyss and the Labyrinth, and that was it, and yeah, it went on. It really went on. So I obviously I don't want to talk about a lot of stuff in the game because I want people to come to you and go, oh shit, they didn't talk about it. They hinted at it, but they didn't talk about it. I have to go and ask about it. That's what I would love is I would love for time in at E1 for you to have a queue of 300 people down the hill waiting to get in to ask you about all of this. I would walk past chuckling away like a child. I would just do it. But I think it would be good to try to provoke that sort of thing. So, Ready Bees from Highguard. I think we can block people in chat, so I think that's going to be needed there. Fucking Highguard.
Highguard represent.
Yeah.
That's perfect, aren't they?
Yeah. I've been having a chat with people, but how do you feel about maybe orcs are actually better than humans? That's why humans get more than one chance, but orcs don't need it. Also being a lesser being that realms can influence us, like with lineages.
Well, one particular orc who will remain unnamed got a lot of trouble for saying that, so we'll keep our mouths shut.
Yeah, I talked to Matt gets on really well with the Orcstralian, as he's become known. He's he very much he seems to play on the fact that he's an outcast. He seems to be a bit of an outcast. He's left to do his own thing, but I'm guessing that's going to be very much an IC thing that I don't want to draw on. So but he tries to talk about this sort of stuff, but it's generally when we're at the gate and getting ready to go off and have a fight. So not really in the mood for a religious debate. But he's very, very good. Gives the preachers and shamans some game, asking about the abyss and that. Yeah. I will say this to everyone who wants to go and visit the orcs. Take alcohol, but not a huge amount, so you can actually remember the answers the following day. That is something I will say. Or take alcohol and give it as a gift.
Fudge is a good way of getting. I think that's the only time we've actually dragged someone into the orc camp was somebody came up to me and Untitled Russ saying we're selling fudge, and we grabbed them and dragged them into the orc camp.
Really? Funny enough, though, you should mention that. My hall in Wintermark, for the last 3 events, we've had people coming along selling fudge, and we've bought it all, and we have it all left over at the end. So I'll remember that for next time, and we'll pay for it and send it your way.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got a shiny new chapel.
We do. Some of the orc players, so it's talking about camp building and building the experience for other people as they walk in through the gates. I guess it's kind of known that the orcs, the out-character community with the orcs is amazing. Everybody's together in one thing doing, everybody's got a job and everybody does their job.
Yeah.
So some people just got together and built a little shrine with bits and bobs on it, and very very orky looking. I don't have a photo of it. Do you mean Rurik Arsenator? I don't see Reavers. But yeah, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. I like the fact that I think it seems to have been the last year, I'd say, that a lot more set dressing seems to have gone into a lot of places around the field, which is no Rork, the Blue Orc.
It's no longer blue. It's fine.
No longer blue, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of set dressing has gone in. So I think. Yeah, and as it's like I was saying to Matt earlier, the Orc camp is it's an interesting place that you only seem to look at from the outside. The way teachers we should inspire people, even if that means set dressing. Yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to see. So I will have to drag myself along with Grim, but probably not when we're off our tits on Twilight. Yeah, that won't end well. That won't end well for anybody. So, so I've got, because so many people have asked questions. I want to at least get one question done from everybody who's asked a question. So, so Karen Funnel.
She plays Black Shatesh.
Nice. What piece of music, text, or action helps you get into your character's headspace?
Action, I suppose. There's not so much music or text. I don't have anything that I recite in my head or anything that, like a mantra that I chant or anything like that. But oddly enough, the thing that gets me into my character's headspace is putting on the kit. Once the kit's on, and it's odd, you change the way you present yourself. Naturally, the way you walk changes and things like that, because a lot of orcs, it's almost a joke that these are standard issue. We wear magic wellies made by the Dawes Woods.
Nice.
So, best thing ever. They're in character welly boots. They're amazing. So it does. It changes the way you walk, and when the way you walk changes, because you're having to open up your arms a little bit because you've got kit on your war skirt, you're having to square your shoulders forward a little bbit to take the weight off your iron-tight jacket. You have to angle your head a little bit because of the mask. And you've got the wrap around your neck, which you need to be conscious of, and the wraps around your hands, so you clench fists to keep them on. Yeah. That gets into the character's headspace, the change in physicality. Yeah, because you're very you tilt forward, don't you? When you're talking, you're walking, and you're fighting. You're very you're I think in the body language of it all, you're not stand straight and stuff like that. You're always going forward. That's the impression I've always got from you. That you're never one to stand still or anything like that. You've always been going forward, constant. So it's a subtle thing, isn't it? It's the kid that does it. But the tilting forward was something that there's a guy who used to play Iron-Tide Rock taught me. You tilt forward into somebody when you're talking to them, present yourself to something, because it's the easiest thing in the world to do. You just punch. Yeah. But all of a sudden you become more aggressive to the person you're talking to, and you don't blink and you don't flick your eyes between their two eyes. You keep your eyes focused on the middle of the forehead, tilt forwards, and get as uncomfortably close as possible to whoever you're talking to. And they're presented with something, although quite softly spoken. Yeah. It doesn't matter because I've given an aggressive front, so the softly spoken thing is dismissed for the physical aggression that's pointed towards you, if that makes sense. Yeah. Subtle as it is, it's to put people off balance. Yeah. Okay, the chat's going off a little bit, which is good. So Neon Magpie, he's a dark lagoon. Oh, is this the Rork? It's lovely and a pleasure to deal with. Probably one of the few orcs he's talking about. Stormcrow. One of the few orcs who's not afraid to shout, "Get out!" at Senate. I don't go to Senate. I don't know anything about the place. It's boring. Military council, though, that's fun. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? Oh yeah. I always tend to make sure I'm a little bit drunk, and I hang out at the back, and then I leave when I find out what's going on. So there's a bit of a psychological study done about how face cover works, especially if you can see the boundaries of the eye holes.
that people take actions and change persona not due to anonymity, but due to the view being framed, and it's seemingly more like looking at a film or looking through a window.
Yeah, you're playing a comic book character as an orc, aren't you? So you've got to present yourself as a comic book character almost.
Yeah, exactly. Week one, that was Yarn early days.
Yeah, Tasmania. So I used to, before General happened, used to be the second in command for the Senate Guard, and you're a second Legion Orc, and you're told to do a job. So you, again, the soldier versus warrior persona. We used to troll people. Me and Iron-Tide Rock used to have so much fun because we stand there in full armour, and you see the Iron-Tide armour and it's jet black, plate upon plate upon plate.
Yeah.
We used to stand, both of us, on the main entrance, and neither of us are small lads. The guy who plays Rock especially, he's a unit, he's muscles on his muscles.
Yeah.
So we used to stand there, and someone comes and say, like, can we come in? We were like, yeah. And simply wouldn't move, so they had to turn sideways to push past us and things like that. And get out. That was an NPC who came in, again, like Tasmodo says in the early days. Someone came in to try and kick up a fuss about a ghost that was coming into Senate.
Yeah.
And the person in charge of me said, get rid of them. So I took the order quite literally, and shield barged them out the door screaming, get out in their face.
Okay.
Gently pushed with the shield according to Empire PD rules.
Yes, yeah. It was,
yes.
Very, very. It's I'm okay with the more physical side of it. I've actually been rugby tackled in a battle, but it was by someone who I know, so he knows I'm all right with it. So that was very, very interesting. He tackled me down. I beat him up, and then gave him a little gentle kiss on his orc forehead, and then carried on fighting, as you do, and then got told off for making out with orcs. So
don't do that.
Yeah, so there he is, Azrael. That's Kit. He was the orc in question. So he was the Jotun in question at the time. So Matt has mentioned the Not Navar Tiki Bar.
The Not Navar Tiki Bar, yeah, that's a really important point actually, more important than it sounds. So on Thursday nights, we open up the Orc Camp for people to come and just see it. It's ready on Thursday mostly. So for people to just come around, see us without, before we got our masks on, before anybody's got their costumes on, and have a beer, basically. Sit down and have a beer, fizzy drink, whatever it is if you don't drink. Have a bit of food and just be somewhere visually nice, sat down around a nice warm fire, doing what Larp is supposed to be, isn't it? You sat around a warm fire with a lukewarm beer with your friends. Yeah,
exactly. I need to do
core
that.
Of the enjoyment in it.
It's the orcs are one of the things that I know a lot of people have all said, I need to go there more, I need to do this more. And then, and they just never do because they get caught up in other things. But I need to. I definitely do need to do it a lot. I need to come down to the Orcs because my old cat had so much fun there, and it was really, really good. But now, it's
all role based. So if you've got a reason to come see the Orcs, come see the Orcs. And there you go. You've seen us.
I think fighting with you now, as I've been trying to do, I think that's reason enough to come and have a beer. At least,
why not?
Yeah, definitely, and I'll make sure I'll grab some. I'll drag because the last time Grim went, obviously no names and stuff. He went in completely unarmed, but the person at the gate was talking to someone else, so he managed to sneak in and sit down by the fire on his own. He got unceremoniously thrown out and beaten.
Oh, good.
Which was fun. So. So Neil McWhite was having a chat with people who play Lorien Trust, and they use the term kit Nazis about the orcs, but I pointed out that actually they just have standards, very high standards, that better the field and stops orcs from just being a bunch of people in rubber masks. They soon back down. I agree.
It's nothing. So we talk about orc kit standards, that's a conversation in itself, isn't it? But if we break it down to its basics, you've got the images flashing up, right, of me and my soft kit. So if you break down that kit, it's no different to anybody else's at all. And obviously Empire's an aspirational game, so you do your best you can and you work on it. But let's break down my kit. So soft kit wise, it's a grey tunic, an iron-tied jacket, a pair of woolen baggy trousers, welly boots, war skirt, wraps, mask, and that is pretty much it. So
Yeah.
it's no higher or lower than anybody else's. It's just presenting yourself. So the war skirt's got tat hanging off it because I'm an orc, you're going back to the kleptomaniac thing. So obviously I've got bits and bobs and all the rest of it. The tunic's slightly longer so I don't show off any skin. My wraps are tightened round, and they're tightened with old belt offcuts and crap, basically. There's necklaces and things like that on it, but it's no different to anybody else's. So like a winter marker, well presented Steiner, with like British race car green, tunics and all that good stuff. Probably got more kit on than I have. It's just it's a different presentation. Scruffy always looks better because it's scruffy. It looks like it's been lived in, and it breaks that immersion.
Yeah. Each orc shows a strong personality, though, which is ace. Yeah, I completely agree. All the orc kit looks fantastic. I mean, I know some winter markers who only have like 2 layers on. The Steiners, it's very clean, very shiny looking. Obviously, they take pride in their appearance. Then you've got me, who plays a Calavasi, so I'm a little swamp thing. So I wear a war skirt, I've got my knees out, I'm quite happy with that. Because I get questioned a lot by people when it comes to kit, and they just say, aren't you warmer wearing trousers? And it's like, don't you have any idea how difficult it is to wash trousers? It's easier to wash your knees. So I argue it that way. So it works for me. But orc kit is always, the high standard is immense, absolutely immense to see. It's aspirational, I think, is the best way to go. Yeah, 5 layers of swamp tat. Yeah, I'd agree.
5 layers of swamp tat.
Yeah,
because it's getting away from the our kit standard. It's not a high standard. It's just a standard. You'll see some of the Skywars, for instance. Their kit is beautiful, all handmade, all hand painted, all done incredibly, really visually striking. Like frost bearing, all their nice wool, the blood crown, their leathers, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But it is just layered. It's just clever layering.
Yeah.
So if you break down the opposite to it, let's go to that Marcher chap, Timothy Crowell. Thighs out, skies out. He wears a pair of breeches and a woolen overcoat with a hat, and that is his kit. Obviously period shoes because the guy's an ex-reenactor, but that's his kit, and he looks. You look and you know he's a marcher.
Oh yeah. I think there are a lot of people.
As bad as you want it to be.
Oh yeah, definitely. There are a lot of people out there you look at their kit immediately and you can pick which nation they're in. But a lot of the nations do have sort of a mishmash of 2 nations. So you could look at someone like Wintermark and Navarre. You can say, well, one could be the other, and one could in that with some people. So, but yeah, it's all good. I mean, and the orcs are renowned for having great kit anyway. So,
thank you for the compliment.
We all know that the highest quality orc kit is coloured beige.
Is it?
Apparently, a Baldy and the Grandad said that.
Baldy and the Grandad. He's one of the Ashbourne. Ashbourne kit is stunning.
Get in the abyss, apparently. According to Matt, get in the abyss. So,
thanks, Matt. Cheers.
So you've got all of that sort of stuff. I think you've. Okay, another question from Matt here. That's been written down. Not you, Dave. He means the Grandad. Get in the abyss.
Yeah, I know. That's all right.
The Neon Magpie frequently get mistaken for Highguard, which is a Cambion Navarre with face tattoos is kind of an insult. That's I can see that. But anyone getting mistaken for Highguard is an insult. Just ignore us. We're going to start our own little war of words. White fur is where it's at. Orc kit is not expensive or hard. No, layers. It's just layers and layers and layers. I mean, I wear 3 layers on my bottom, 2 layers on my top, a pair of gloves, and I have all the face tattoos. Being bald, it all covers most of my head, so it works quite nicely. Kishni Amat working on my orc kit today, so I'm guessing they're going to be a new player.
Hopefully so.
So, So that's good. You're getting so that hopefully they've taken everything you have said on board, which will be good.
Yeah.
So
Well, just remember the first point I was raised is money isn't your currency here, it's your time and effort's your biggest currency. Everything else is secondary.
yeah, definitely. So what has been your favourite moment since you've been an Orc at Empire?
A favourite moment? There's loads. It's shit, you caught me. Well, recently, do you mind if I do two?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so the simple one recently is putting my hand up for something and getting it, which is obviously generalship. I've been at Larp a long time now. It's nice to get recognised for putting in 2 years of work as an orc and get the character getting rewarded for the time and effort they put into it. But the other side of it is, and again, it's a big old fucking conversation, so it's up to you if you want to go into it, is an in-character relationship. So out of character, I'm in a long-term relationship.
Yep.
And the person I'm doing it with, we'll keep names out of it, out of character, they're in a separate long-term relationship, so there's a safety there.
Yeah.
So that and its natural progression is just now a huge part of my game. Sort of that fun, if that makes sense. So it's obviously portraying an orc, again, with all the stereotypes, a big, imposing, horrible thing. To then go to Senate Dance Club and do cutesy dancing or whatever else. I started off to try and annoy Gabriel because I play a stereotypical second legionnaire and she plays a blind orc.
Yeah.
So we're trying to annoy him, but he's got the patience of a saint, so it didn't really work out. But the progression of that, and obviously consent to everything, all the rest of it, and the progression that's come along with, and the fun that's come out of that, the game that's come out of it. So player-led self-plot, I suppose, is the term for it.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, personal plot is fantastic. She has no idea what she's gotten into being blind. So I have to ask as well, who's the orc? I think she wears a white crown.
That would be Red Hangazar.
Because I see her everywhere. So I just had to ask that one. Matt's got a question.
Busy bee, that one, yeah.
Is she she an archmage?
Is she an archmage?
Yeah.
Who?
The one with the crown.
The one with the crown. Kazari's her own thing. No.
Oh, right, okay. Fair. Matt's asked, what made you go for general?
What made me go for general? Basically, is to justify the work that I did as Yarn. So, again, this is all going to be egotistical. The Thief Taker game was dead. And I came in as a Thief Taker and took the advice of other people, Matt's advice actually, of you get your archetype and you play it hard.
Yeah.
So I came into a dead game and pretended to be furious about it. And relationships have developed and all the rest of it. But I used to spit on the ground when Reavers walked next to me. Things like that, refuse to call them Reavers, call them deserters or whatever else, and try and play the hard line Judge Dredd of the Imperial Orcs, if that makes sense.
Yeah, fair.
And basically, almost as a hype man, got all these people all together and organised game out of what was dead at that point.
Yeah.
And through the 2 years of work out of that, you get to be known as reliable around camp because people come for you for little jobs, and little jobs get done for somebody, and they think, yeah, you're all right. And then Orc X and Y and Z comes up, and 3 other little jobs come up, 3 other little jobs get done, then you're reliable.
Yeah.
So when I put my hand up for it, I said I want to do this because, and threw down an in-character book I've written on Virtuous Warfare, said I've literally written a book on it, and I've done this.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was that, to get rewarded for the 2 years of work, basically. It's like, why not? I've done the graft. Let's get something out of it.
Fantastic. Okay, I've got there's loads more questions are popping up. So Wolven Cry, what's the weirdest thing anyone's ever asked you as an orc?
Can I crush you between my thighs? And that's from a human, and we didn't like it.
How is my mum, by the way?
She's doing alright.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, I wish I was there for that one. Vorpus Rex, what are Reavers and how do you interact with them, and mainly, why do you love them now?
I don't love them now, because that would do a disservice to their brief. So what are Reavers? A Reaver by the by the wiki, which a very good friend of mine got changed because he played that brief so hard he actually got the wiki changed to suit him and his group.
Right.
A Reaver is an Imperial Orc who isn't part of the 1st and 2nd Legion, so the Orcs being incredibly martial and only recently having a homeland. After slavery we went into camps. So we had the 1st Legion who lived with their Legion, the 2nd Legion that lived with their Legion, and this weird thing in between called a Reaver.
Yeah.
So the legions at that point, we weren't led by a senator, we were led by generals.
Yeah.
So it was a very militaristic lifestyle on the deep lore, the backseat of things, the downtime. So every orc is a soldier. Every single orc, without exception, is a soldier in some way, shape, or form. And the Reavers didn't like that. They didn't like how hard it was to live with the legions. They didn't like, the treading boots and the restrictions. I think that's the best way to put it. The restrictions put on them by the legions. They couldn't exercise full freedom.
Yeah.
So off they went to go do their own thing. So as a legionnaire, if I see a Reaver, I see a dropout. Someone who couldn't hack the lifestyle that I embody.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you get to know said Reaver, and you might think, oh, said Reaver's doing this for the right reasons. I quite like this Reaver now.
Okay.
But whatever else. So yeah, if a new Reaver comes up and tries to shake my hand, I'll slap their hand out of the way. I won't talk to them. They're no one. Go away.
Yeah, until they
prove a liability.
Yeah. Okay.
But an established Reaver who's been working to enrich the legions is something to be cherished and hold on to.
Excellent. That's a really, really good answer. Tezumodo's just explained my misunderstanding. So Skywise Grauka is the Archmage I was thinking of. So
yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Right, and then why do orcs bang a drum at 9 a.m?
Breakfast time.
Breakfast. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
See, I knew that one.
Yeah, Untitled Chapter used to cook us all a communal breakfast.
I was going to say, yeah, you can always smell the scran.
So.
Yeah, always smell the scran. That's fantastic. John's of War. 10 a.m. Oh, that's fantastic. So, I've got... where's my little thing for people? No, that's you, that is. There's another one. Oh, I've lost it with everyone's stuff on it. Oh, well, fuck it. Oh, no, there it is. No, there it's not that one, it's that one. There we go. So this is everyone who took photos that we've got listed. I had to go and get all of that, so give them a check out on Facebook. But I have one more question. So this will be the last question that we have here. This is something I spoke to Dave about earlier that I was going to spring on him. So as a winter marker, things have something popped up. And it made me laugh when I saw the photo of it. And I have a question for you. The question is, why are you so bored?
Why am I so bored?
You look bored off your tits in that photo. That's a winter mark mate.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. That's outside the. That was on the battle on Sunday. Actually, looking at that. But then again, though, it reminded me of a moot because I was bored and walked away myself.
It's because we're all waiting to fight, and orcs want to fight, and speeches are stopping us from fighting, so we're just there waiting. That's it.
Yeah, rest.
Rest in general.
I like that.
If we break this down, so what you're doing is we're waiting in the beaming sunlight in an orc mask and jet black on. And there's quite a lot of armour I got on, waiting to go into the shade, basically, and we didn't get no shade throughout that entire battle. So yeah, we're all sweating like pigs, just waiting to move. Basically, is what's going on there.
Yes, yeah, I can understand that. That's fantastic. That's And then we went off in a nice good scrap and lost the battle in the end.
Yes, we did.
In that one, unfortunately, but never mind. There's always E1.
There's always E1.
Always E1. So what I'll do is I'm going to end it here. So thank you so much for doing this, Dave. I really appreciate it, mate.
No, cheers for having us.
It's I think it's the majority of the questions came from chat. Let's face it. Everyone was fantastic, and I look forward to coming having a beer with you at E1, and yeah, I'll bring some of the homemade cider from my family in the 2 feet as well.
Oh, I'm sure that'll go down well. Thank you.
Well, as long as it all gets drunk, mate. I think that's the end of it, isn't it? So, but yeah, thank you everyone for coming along and joining this. I'm doing this week in, week out now, all the way through to February, and I've got loads of people to do this. Hopefully, going to give a nice cover of everything all across Empire and the game, and role play and LARP in general. So so thanks very much, Dave. I'm going to call it here, and if people can hit follow, that helps me out massively, and I'll speak to you all soon, and I'm sure I'll see you in a field, Dave.
See you around.
Take care, mate. Bye bye.